Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Aground. This is our fourth episode of the 1000 Gamerscore walkthrough or playthrough for the game. And you can see at the start of our fourth episode, we've got 11 out of 56 of the achievements. So 120 points down, but a long way still to go. So what we finished up at the end of the previous episode was building the dock. So that is now up and ready to go. And we can come over here to see what we need in order to build a boat, which is what we'll use to get to the neighboring island, which is our next objective. So here we can see boat takes 9 wood, which we have plenty of, 9 steel bars, 9 cloth, and 9 nets. Now, we have the dock house built. We can make our own cloth, and we can make our own nets. In order to get 9 nets, we're gonna need a ton of cloth, 18 cloth, and we need 4 cloth, 4 cotton for each piece of cloth. So the short way to do this is to just make some money. You can buy these directly from the merchants out here, or we can try and put some resources together and do it ourselves and save those coins. I'll take a little bit of a hybrid approach, probably mine or farm resources. We only have, I think, 1 cotton plant going at the moment, so cotton is going to come in a little bit slowly. We can see 21 pieces currently in our inventory. The other thing we'll want to make at some point is a fishing rod. It's not vital yet, but it will be sooner or later. You do need a fishing rod at some point, so making one will not go to waste. So I'm going to work on collecting those resources now. You'll see the path that I take to doing it and to making some money. We'll probably go down underground under the main area and mine for a little bit. We'll try and get some diamond, and there's some extra caves down there like the one that we found with the pumpkin area in it, and we'll try and acquire the things that we need to make the boat. And again, I'll do that at an accelerated speed so that you can still watch what's happening, but it won't take as long, so that we can kind of cut to the next part when we've got those resources either acquired or something interesting happens in the meantime. So one thing that we can do while we're getting ready here is we can make ourselves some pizza. Pizza, I think it's one of the achievements is to make a pizza. So let's do that first while we're up here. And it's not ever like the most efficient food item, but there we go. Achievement for cheese to make a pizza. But you need to make one in order to get the achievement. So make sure you do that at some point. And then we'll switch back to, we have 1 sugar, but not enough. So we'll hold off on cake for now, but cake is what I like to make for stamina regen, and we'll go with burgers until we get more cheese for the omelet. So that's one thing to keep in mind. We need milk for the cheese. So let's keep an eye out for a cow, because a cow will provide milk for us. And that'll be great to have that coming in passively while we're out doing other stuff, so that we can make these better food items. Let's see, we'll stick to just some hamburgers for now. Plenty of wheat. And we still have plenty of pie. So we'll make a couple hamburgers, and then we'll head down into the mine. And before we go down, looks like we've got a couple of new quests, so let's grab those too. All right, 3 nets, 3 traps, and 6 meat. So quite a high demand on our net production at the moment. All right, cotton seeds. I think we already planted some, didn't we? I forget now. Yep, here's cotton. But cotton is something that we need a lot of, and if we can sneak one more in here, I don't think it'll go because of that that last block. That purple block is gonna prevent us from putting it down. Yep. Okay, so there are some ways to expand the plantable land over here. You can build grass walkways and have them elevated so they can kind of go in a second stack over our current, but that's a bit resource intensive, not something we're gonna worry about right now. We've got cotton coming in, and that's gonna be good enough for now. One thing we can do while we're in here, since we know cotton is a big thing that we're trying to get, we can add some fertilizer, and that'll make that produce a little bit faster. There's not a ton of use for fertilizer. It sells pretty decently to the merchants, but other than that, not a whole lot of use for it. So might as well put it to use because we are drastically, desperately in need of cotton. And is it worth building more of the rails? Let's see. Just an iron ore and a wood. Yeah, let's get some more going here. Let's do 10. And now we can make this useful and hopefully have some more efficient mining trips. So we're gonna go with a lantern. It's refillable. So whenever you're down there, if you're grabbing coal, you can always refill it rather than having to buy or purchase or build new torches. So we're gonna switch out for the lantern. Oh, and he actually dropped titanium. That is interesting. I don't know if I ever saw a golem drop titanium. That's actually really useful. We'll see here in a little bit when we get to the next island. Wow, that must be a really rare drop. I know they can drop gold. I know they can drop diamonds. I thought diamond was the rarest drop, but it's probably titanium. And here we can put the minecart to use. We don't have to go all the way back up. We can just shove everything right in there and get right back to work. So that's the benefit of the minecart. Again, it's useful early on, I think, but it will quickly prove to be kind of more hassle than it's worth to build and relocate and put the rails down and all that. But for now, we'll use it. And I did see, yep, so see these blocks here indicate there's something close by. I have a feeling this is the golem cave, which I'll explain if it's right. If it is, we'll need to get out of here very quickly. Yes, okay. Different every time I enter, right. So we are going to get out of here very quickly. You can see that gold golem there. So this is a vital location early on. That cave, as it says, is different every time, which means it resets and respawns every time. There are a lot of golems in there, including the gold variety. So you need to be more well equipped than I am currently, or you'll quickly get overwhelmed. But in there are a ton of coal and iron and I think gold and some diamond as well. I think there's also a chest with titanium, and there might be like 2 quartz up near the top level of the cave. And so every time you go in, unlike the real world out here, if you mine a block, it's mined. When you go in there, it resets every single time. The enemies come back, all the resources go back. They go in kind of differently. It's not always in the same setup in the same positions, but they all go back in there. So it's an unlimited source of those resources, which is great, right? Because eventually you're gonna run out here. So where do I get some extra iron? Where do I get some extra gold? Well, if you have your rail cart set up right here, it's a quick trip down. You can go in, mine everything, come back out, unload, go right back in, mine again, come back out, unload, go back in, and you can have a ton of resources in one trip, load up the mine cart and go back up, and then you'll have enough iron, gold, diamond, whatever to last you for your entire playthrough. So finding that is a great find. It's a big deal. Definitely a location that you want to find and then mark. And great that it's so close to our kind of central digging shaft here that we didn't have to explore very far out of the way for it. What I would probably do is build the rail down and across and like end it right here. So that's the spot you need. That's what you're looking for in terms of digging early on. All right, let's do one more fill up here from our inventory. We can take 2 more, I think, or 1 more. Yeah, each one's 5. Okay, so that will fill us up. And we'll head back up to the surface. Because our stamina is running out. Now, you could consume the pie and refill stamina, but until you get the next level up, it just takes too much of the pie to get a full stamina bar. I don't think it's worth it. So we'll come up, we'll rest, and we'll unload. Okay, and then let's check on our status here. We have some iron bars. We have some bread, but we don't need to worry about that right now. The milk is coming in slowly. Let's look for a cow. So there is one there for 300. That's the question. Do we want to spend 300 gold on a cow early on? I think we do. I think it's going to pay off in the long run. Let's get ourselves a cow. And maybe we can sell some extra stuff here. Let's see. Oh, we can sell our broken pick. That's great. It won't have any other use, so we'll get rid of that. We do want to keep the rusty axe. That's for a quest. We have a fresh iron sword. We'll hang on to that. The bow I'm probably never going to use, but it's not hurting anything to hold on to it for right now. And this is extra iron armor. So let's actually look. This sells for 115. And the one that we have here sells for 115. Okay, so let's sell the beat up one. We'll put on the fresh one. And anything food-wise we can sell. Yep, plenty of apples. We'll sell some meat. And with that, let's get the other animals while we're here. We'll get let's do both chickens and no pigs, it looks like right now. Okay. Oh, and the backpack. So that's the other thing we can do. We have, I think there's like a super backpack, which will increase our carry. I think it's this guy. Yep, super pack. So 100 instead of 50. That's definitely worth it. Let's grab that. And we can see right now we have weight up to 125. And if we swap this out, now up to 175, right? So each trip just becomes much more efficient. And we can get rid of the backpack. All right, steel, cloth, and net. Let's head back down. We'll do one more run, and then we'll probably have enough to go ahead and put together the equipment we need for the boat. So we can see we've got another secret entrance there. And I forget which one this is. Let's take a quick peek in here. Is it the fire area? Yep, okay. So fire area, those enemies are ranged fire chickens, I think. They shoot fireballs at you, and right now I don't have any way of blocking them. You want to get yourself a shield or an enchanted shield so that you can block them and then approach in order to do damage, because they will kite you. They will shoot and then run and shoot and run from range. They're deadly early on, so not a place that you want to wander into unprepared. And so to be prepared, shield and equipment that will let you get to them and then damage them as they're trying to run away from you constantly. Okay, that finishes up a couple of runs. Let's see how close we are to getting this boat together. 9 steel bars, saying we currently have 0. Okay, that is right. We don't have any. All right, so we'll get those going. Then we need cloth and nets. And let's see what we can make on our own. Well, we can make exactly 9 cloth. All right, there it is. There's the boat. And there we go. Okay, so it's getting dark. Let's go back and rest. And then I don't think we need anything in particular for our journey here. One thing we should do, let's go see if we can finish out our potions before we head across the sea. Let's go ahead and make the rest of the potions. Oh, and the other thing we can do, since a farm won't, or a field won't fit, let's put up a couple more pens. And I think when that finishes, we should get an achievement pop for building a structure from a blueprint. So not planting a seed, not doing building because a mission from one of the quest givers gave it to you, but we went in, picked the blueprint, and said build it, and yep, there we go. There's the achievement, building my way. And that's anything that you do where you select a blueprint and put it down on the ground, and then when it completes, you'll get that one as well. All right, now let's see. Do we have any animals ready to go? Let's get our cow in there. Chicken. And we're gonna emphasize the chickens because the eggs, I think, are more important than what the pig gives us, just the meat and the milk. The cow will give more milk than the pigs. So cows and chickens prioritized over pigs, but we've got the space, we're gonna use it. All right, and then we can go ahead and, so we need 4 more health potions, 2 more stamina potions, 3 more speed, and it looks like we maxed out our endurance. Okay, so we're not gonna worry about endurance. Let's get 3 speed. Let's get 2 stamina. Right, we're at 100 out of 200, so we can do 2. And we can do 4 health. Oh, is that perfect? I think we have just enough. Using up my my resources there on that lantern when I'm just carrying it around above ground. All right, we're gonna drink all 4, and I think we're at, what, 120 right now? Up to 160. Okay, so that, I think, finishes off all of our potions. All right, before we go and look at the speed, you can feel the difference in the speed on how fast he moves. Oh my God, it's such a difference. Those potions are a game changer. Speed for sure, but everything else. And now, before we had to like struggle to catch up to this guy, and now it's not a problem. So I'm actually going to take bargaining. There is quite a bit of purchasing that we need to do, as you can see, getting nets and getting that other stuff from the merchants. So getting anything, any extra gold that we can out of it, definitely valuable. And again, once you get to the end game where you're fighting bosses and combat's the only thing that matters, you can always respec out of it and remove these points. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 into bargaining, and I'm not worried about cutting trees. 12 points for evasion. I think that's good. We'll take that. Or we can get an extra point into critical. I'm actually gonna go for the evasion. Sometimes you don't want to crit. When you're trying to capture an animal and you're damaging it low, you don't want that crit because you want to get it as low as possible without that extra damage being the difference between just wounding it and killing it. Okay, before we go, the other thing I do want to get, I want to get a shield made. So let's take a look. I think we can do that here. Kite shield takes 2 steel bars. Or we could make a buckler. Let's go for the kite shield. I think we can make 2 steel bars without much trouble. Okay, and we should probably, I think we're okay with our pick for now. That'll last for a little while longer. And then I'd like to get the kite shield enchanted, which will prevent it from degrading. It'll kind of take hits on the magic enchantment rather than on the durability of the shield. 1 dragon blood and 1 diamond. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I think that'll be everything that we need. The other thing we're gonna need is some cash. So I'm gonna do 1 more dive down underground, get some mining, hopefully grab some. We do want to have some cash with us. The whole point, or the main point of going to this island is to get something that is a bit expensive. So we'll need to take some cash over with us. Okay, I think 5,000 is enough. Let's get our lantern off. We're in pretty good shape. Let's repair our pick before we go. We just need one steel bar. We're out of coal. All right, let's... Okay, I think we're all set. Let's make this journey across the water. So all we have to do is head to our boat, and we can enter right in. Oh, we get a whole send-off. I think I missed this the last time too. Everybody's all here wishing us farewell. Right, so just like if we're walking with our person in the regular world, we can open up with left trigger to see the boat. You can pack it up so you can carry it with you. And you can also see the boat's inventory with left bumper. And when we're moving, there's going to be some crates on the water, which we will want to pick up whenever we see them. Or maybe they're not here yet. If you see crate, yep, here we go. So this is what I was talking about. Whenever you see these, you can just hit A when you're over them. You don't have to stop. You can just keep going, as I'll do here, and just pick them up on the go. And all kinds of good resources in here. There's wood, there's some food items. I think there can be fish. So just good stuff. As you can see, we were running low on coal, and you can burn wood to make coal at your smelter spot. So wood becomes coal, and coal is certainly something you need here early on. And I think we can talk to this guy, right? So we're heading to Sunset Haven, and we know that there's going to be a bunch of other survivors here. And so first thing we can see, there is a warehouse here. This functions just like our storehouse back on the main island, but they are not connected. So anything that you put into storage here will go here, but it stays here. It doesn't transfer. It's not accessible from your main warehouse and vice versa. You can move things between them via the trader. Later on, she'll offer to do that, but it's at a cost per weight of item that you're sending. So it's kind of a pain, not really worth it to do it. Okay, so we need 2 titanium to repair this power plant. And interestingly, this is one of the places that I got stuck in my original playthrough. I figured, oh, all I have to do is dig down, and I'm sure there'll be titanium here, right? That's what makes the most sense. Couldn't find it because it's not just underground, but there are some chests underground, and in those chests will be the titanium that you need. So don't expect to just dig down and find it without any trouble, but dig down and look for chests, and there are numerous ones of them down here. And as soon as you find any of those chests, I think all the ones in this area will have the titanium in it. And I think they each have 2, so all you have to do is find 1 chest, and then you're good to go. Yep, there we go. There's a chest. And, oh, that one has steel in it. Okay, so they don't all have titanium. go. Titanium. There we go. Okay. We're going to be a little bit overweight. Let's drop. I think I picked up a chest or two. Yeah. Chestception here. Okay, so we've got the power plant repaired, but you have to put fuel in it. And it takes coal, and it also takes refined oil, which is farther to the west here. So let's just pop in. How much do we have? We have 8. The coal does not get us very far, but there's plenty underneath our feet. So let's just throw it all in. We'll get it running for now. And I think that will get the inn up and running. If you try to go in before the power's running, it'll just say that the power's out and you won't be able to get back in. Or you won't be able to get in here. Okay, so confronting the Miros is going to be a big part of the story and the quest line here. So we'll get ourselves prepared for that, but we're not quite there yet. And here we can see another set of merchants, pretty much the same as the merchants that we had back on our island. They do have, I think, 1 or 2 additional bonus items that weren't on the original island. So some slight upgrades, but basically the same concept here. And yet we can see that they have revolvers, guns, that kind of thing, bullets. One thing we definitely want to get is a map and a clock. But again, I'm going to hold off until I get the owl companion, because I don't think I brought enough for both. Okay, so we did get the mission to confront the bandits, and in order to defeat them, let's get our shield on. I think they have guns, some of them, so we need something to block with. And we can block here with Y. And you can move with your shield up, so we'll have to put that to use. And let's see if we can take them on. I think they're just going to be over here. So these trees, like I was saying before, we need tree seeds. These are not the right trees. These would not count for that the 6 tree seeds that we need for later on. So that's why it was important to get them before, because the right trees are a bit rare. All right, we are low on health, so let's hold off here for a second. We can see it's starting to get late. Let's get a little bit of coal from down here. Oh, there he is. Okay, this is the guy we're looking for right here. He only shows up at night, and he sells rare goods, including some good stuff. Titanium, uranium, right? This is all great. A jetpack, wow, that's all cool. Blueprints, wow, everything's great. No, the thing that you want, and it's only 2K. Oh, the ultimate steal, the best deal in the game. Get the owl. Allows you to see further when equipped. So, real quick, this is our view, right? We buy the owl absolutely. And now we can put him here in our familiar spot. And now the world has opened up. Look at the view. Oh, it's so beautiful. You can see what's around. We can plan tactics. We can be aware of our environment. We can see ore spots, and we can find our shaft from our mining back up to the surface. It makes everything so much better. I will not swap out this familiar, this pet, for anything else in the game. There's way stronger ones, way better ones as you go through from a combat perspective and other things, but I won't do it because I cannot play the game without this view mode. And as far as I know, that's the only pet or familiar that lets you have this vantage point. So best 2K in the game that you can spend, absolutely vital. It changes everything about the game, and I think there is no better point to stop the episode than upon achieving this milestone, this absolute game changer. So we've got plenty to do. The other things this guy has are great, but get that first. The one thing we want to make sure we'll do is actually, before I forget, because it's also important, we're gonna rest. And I don't need to spend the night. I think it'll still advance to the daytime without spending the 50. Yep, it'll still give you the game save. You won't get the stamina recharge, but it'll switch it to daytime. And now we can come in and get, who has it? Here, yep, we want the clock and we want the map. And now if we're holding these, so the clock will actually show up. I think if we go underground, is it going to show up? Oh, wait. They went into the inventory. Oh, that gets me every time, that setting. All right, so now we can see in the upper left corner, we've got a clock that shows what time of day it is. So the day cycle, you can see the night is ending and the day cycle is coming, and that thing will just spin. So even if we're underground, we can see by looking, day, night, we'll always know how far away from that we are. And the map, in order to use the map, we'll set that to a quick bar. So notice you can do a right trigger and a direction. So I light right trigger and up for the map because it's not vital like a quick heal. And look at that. There we go. If you're underground, you'll see what's surrounding you. If you go into a dungeon, you'll see what's surrounding you. Just gives you that kind of pulled back view of the world. So another vital tool here. So it looks like we had enough to get not only the pet, but the map and the clock as well. And so that's a good spot to wrap up. We will save. We don't need to pay the 50 for the meal, but there we go. The game is saved. Great spot to stop. Lot accomplished there. And from now, we can start working on the actual objectives now that we've solved that one big problem with the point of view. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one, and I'll see you then.